starting. Okay, what is a group policy? Is a powerful administrative tool. You can use it to enforce various type of settings to large number of users and computers. So what is the use of this one? It is typically used for apply security settings, manage desktop application settings, deploy application software, and manage folder redirection and configure network settings. Okay, this is this is from Microsoft only. Okay, so this is about group policy, right? So okay, it's a powerful administrative tool. That is the second thing. So group policy. Okay, so then I will go to next line. So what is the use of this one? Group policy is used to enforce various type of settings to a large number of users and computers. That is important. So guys, this is a very important point. Here it is. Okay. So here the important point is, okay, what is a group policy? Group policy is used to enforce various type of settings to a large number of users and computers. Okay, so this is the answer. Okay, a simple answer. Sometimes you have to go the textbook, and if you cannot able to spell the entire line, then we can give example also. Okay, so where we use it, we are using for a different kind of settings. Typically means commonly we are using for applying security settings to the users and computers, manage desktop application settings, deploy application software. We can deploy an application to client. So client cannot install application because he need a administrative rights. He need a domain administrator username and password. Okay, manage folder redirection. Okay, like I create a data on my desktop, so the data on desktop will redirect it to some central location. That is a manage folder redirection. Configure network settings, so the user should get a particular network related settings, like a firewall related setting. Firewall is on, firewall is off, firewall creating exception. Like you can't go to each and every PC to administrate, right? But we can enforce the settings to the client. So what is the use of domain? What is the use of creating this entire domain kind of stuff? Think like that. Okay, so what is the use? I have a multiple systems. If I have a 10 system, 20 system, 30 system, so I can manage it system by system. Settings I can manage. For example, in our office, in a Pune office, we have a 30 systems for a lab purpose in one single room. Okay, so majorly we use only two rooms, so we don't have much business in this here. Okay, so one room, if you have a 30 PCs are there, no problem. I can manage all the 30 PCs because yeah, I am sitting always backside of the room, and I will look at what people are doing it. If something goes wrong with one PC, I will troubleshoot it, and I will create some policies on it, like um, changing kind of stuff, permissions kind of stuff. We'll manage that one. Okay, but after few days, like after 3 4 months, then every system is some of the system getting viruses, and because of that virus it is spreaded to other systems. So there are a lot of things will happen. So what happen, it's difficult to control them. I will format it because it's in my handy, no problem. But if in case, think, if it is a 50 systems, 100 system, 200 systems, everybody install some software. I said install Python 3.7. People install 2.7. Okay, so what do people do? So people install 2.7. They don't install 3.7. So I said 3.7. Download 3.7. I said download CentOS 7. They download CentOS 8. So problem, right? So I said I install Java 8, they install Java 9. Like, so sometimes we can able to control them, we can't able to control. So why it is a domain? We can control the user login, we can control the desktop environment. Sometimes people will do, they change the desktop background. Okay, already Windows 10 or Windows 7 having a default background, leave like that. So you can, if you are personal computer, you can change the desktop background. I put a car for my desktop, right? It is my personal computer, so no one will object me, right? But if I'm using in a public, if I'm connecting to everyone watching my desktop, or maybe if I'm using my office PC, okay, or I'm using my company's systems, right? So in a office, one second, guys, resume. Okay, so what is the use of this domain controller server? It means we can control the account login, right? We are controlling user account login, password logins and all, right? Profile, we can able to control them. We can control their profiles. Now we can control their desktops. Okay, so user changing different desktops. Someone is, if girl is sitting on a desktop, they put a flowers, puppies and all. If boy put sitting on a desktop, what they will do, he will change it to Avengers, Joker, Joker movie, that Joker. Okay, like that. So whatever the theme, like Fast and Furious. So you keep on changing my desktop. What I said, no, you should use this particular desktop only. User should not change the desktop background. Okay, like that. So we can remove the shutdown button. Okay, so like that we can enforce a settings. User should not change the desktop background, or user required a particular user group, like we created a OU, right? Java OU. uh, this Java OU people should get their system need a Java 8, so I want to give the Java 8 to them, so then I will give. They want Python, I will give them Python. They want Putty, so I will give the Putty to them. So simple, right? So using a group policy, we can enforce the settings, we can deploy applications, we can control their disk utilizations. We can control their central storage space, how much they are utilizing. We can control their what website they are accessing, like that. We can control them. Not only control does not mean, guys, control does not mean restriction. We can do restriction part, so we cannot, we can make them to not to access particular thing also, that is called restriction, right? We can give the restrictions, and also we can give the settings. So they don't need to search for the setting for that, and automatically they will get the settings. We can allow access the printer, we can deny access the printer. Both are there. We can allow access the printer, we can deny access the printer, like that. Okay, so we can enforce the settings to the users and computers. Okay, so where am I? Here it is. We can enforce various types of settings to large number of users and computers. That's the definition of group policy. What is group policy? Group policy is to enforce various type of settings to a large number of users and computers. That's it. So what settings? What settings? Typical settings like security settings, desktop application settings, deploy application software, manage folder redirection, configure settings. Okay. For example, I need to put a firewall policy on all these PCs. Every PC I cannot go and change it, right? So what I do, I'll create a policy in my server and I enforce the setting to all my PCs. Every PC will get the firewall policy. Like that, every PC is configured with the firewall policy. I want to configure a network related security, so I will enforce the settings. Okay, so this is about your group policy. Next, it's a GPMC. We can manage with the group policy management console. The group policies are stored in GPO container. Okay, group policies are stored in GPO container. Group policy objects is a container which stores group policy. How to manage? Last time they asked one question. Uh, you have a PPT, guys, like, but everything study from the PPT is also difficult. I'm trying to make more easy. So last time they asked a question, where is the group policy? So where it is located? Group policy. We can manage the group policy with the group policy management control. It's stored in a GPO container. It is inside a system. Okay, actually system 32. See Windows system 32 group policy container is there. Okay, group policy folder is there. Edit with the group policy management editor. We have to edit the policy settings using group policy management. Apply to specific level and ADDS hierarchy. Yeah, that's it. This is not. Don't worry about that one. Group policy. So GPMC for management. GPO is a container which where we create a group policy and we edit the policy. Means you have to put the setting right like that. Okay, this is a scope and are there, but this is important. Okay, here policy settings are there. I will explain while I do. Otherwise, um, computer configuration and user configuration is there in settings. I will show you the things, then you will understand. Okay, so just for a note, when I explain, then you can easily read it from here. There, like this. This is a group policy management console. This is the container where it is stored. Starter GPO, backup GPO. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so here to create a group policy, we have to follow the things like, okay, the practical is like first server manager. Okay, so in a server manager, go to tools. Okay, in the tool select group policy manager, then it open a group policy management console. It opens group policy management console. Okay, so that is next in the group policy management console. So expand everything. So there is a lot of expanding is there, like this forest kind of stuff is there. Finally you will reach a group policy object. Okay, finally you reach the group policy object. This is it. This is up to opening part. Now how to create a group policy, how to create a group policy. Okay, how to create a group policy. Now in this location we have to first create a group policy. Create. First create a group policy object. Create a group policy object. Give the name, some name. So what to do? Creating group policy means right click, create a new policy, and give some name to CPO. Okay. Next, create. Next, edit. Edit GPO. Edit the group policy. Right click, edit the policy. Okay. And put settings. What are the settings you are doing inside? Do the settings. Okay. Group policy object. Take a settings. Do the settings on group policy. And after that one, link the policy. Link the policy. So where you will link? You can link to the domain or OU. Of course, there is a site also there. Um, You can link the policy to the domain under a domain or a OU or a site or under forest also no problem. Link the group policy. Link the group policy. So normally we said refresh. Refresh is there of course, but that is not a step. Just a refresh normal. Okay, refresh. Okay, update the policy. Update. How to update? Update is a GP update is a command. Okay, GP update the command, or you can use with slash force also. You can use slash force or not. GP update is a command to update the group policy and verify the policy. Verify the policy, which means it's working or not. So both on the client side. So update is on both server and the client. You have to wait. Verification is at a client side only. A lot of things are there, but I'm telling in a simple point only. First, create a policy, edit a policy, link policy, and verify the policy. This is about your group policy. Now we need what are we doing? So we need what you want to do it. So I will explain first the thing what I am going to do with the group policy thing. Okay, so first I'm going to client. So to where I'm going to enforce the settings to client only, right? So this is IT user one. Okay. Mm, Password is with already it is login one only. Okay. So I'm in a client. Mm, okay. Sorry. First is a magnifier. My system deck. Okay. See, this is my client PC. Okay, guys. Now clearly see I am going to my control panel. I'm going to control panel in a client. Okay. Yeah. I'm in a category. I'm in a category. Network and internet. Network and internet. So I click on network and internet. Change your home page. Can you see change your home page? I click on this one. Change your home page. This is a general tab. This is the home page link. So what are the link you are giving? So whenever you open Internet Explorer, automatically that link only will open. For example, if I go to if I put a google.com, whenever I open it is always open the google.com. And also there is a settings also there, browser history, deleting, startup, appearance, like this. Okay. This is a general tab. Remember general tab, security tab, privacy, content, connections, programs, and advanced. In a connections also very good tab is there, that is called a LAN settings. Okay, in a connection tab you can see LAN setting. This is a proxy server thing. Okay, so search if you possible what is a proxy server. Okay, but not proxy server we are not discussing now. We are discussing about our group policy. Guys, think when I try to click on a change home page, change your home page, it will tell it opens right now. It is opening and it is showing general tab under internet properties. Okay, it is showing general tab also, and internet options, I'm clicking on internet options, it is open general tab. Okay, so when I click change home page, directly general tab, so it is open a general tab. Okay, then it is showing the settings, right? So that is already there, right? So very good. Now I'm going to my server. In my server, in a group policy, I'm creating user should not change their home page. User should not change their home page. and the general tab should be disabled. The general tab should be disabled. Okay. Mm. So this is a server manager. So you see, this is a server manager, tools, group policy management. Okay. So can you see this one? Group policy management. Under that one, forest, expand the forest, domains, contoso.com. So like that. Make it always, when you do practical, always in a full screen mode. Okay, always in a full screen mode. And you have to expand this one. See, like this, it is there. Expand it. Click here in this one. Expand it. Expand it. This is a contoso.com, and these are your OUs. If you are observed, you can't see a OUs like a build, user, computer OUs. In a group policy, we don't get default containers. We cannot put the policy on a default container things. That's why we created our containers. Okay, these are all we create now. IT, HR, development we created. Of course, domain controllers is there by default. Okay, this is a group policy object. So once you are expand contoso.com group policy object, already two policies are there. Don't touch it. It's a default policies, default domain controller policy. So can you see default domain policy under my domain name? Default domain policy is under domain name, under my domain name. Okay, and if you expand this one, under domain controller, I have a domain controller policies there. See, they depends upon where you apply a policy. So don't worry. So what is the first rule, guys? I want to create a group policy. First, what I said, do you remember? First, create, right click, new, create a policy. Okay, this is the policy window. I'm putting a name. Some name. I put IE restriction or IE general page disabled. Any name you can put it. Any name. You can put your own name also. No problem. But don't give your own name or something bakwas name or ABC. Don't type like this. Give a proper name, so then we will understand what is that policy for. Some people will group policy GPO1, GPO2, GPO3. For demo explanation you can give a name, but when you do, so you must give a proper name. Okay, so I given a name for a policy. Now I creating a policy. I created a policy. I created a policy. If you, this is a empty policy. If you see, this is an empty policy. Under links, scope, links, nothing is there. Authenticated users are there in the bottom, just security filtering. Details, something information. Settings, scope and settings are more useful, and then delegation. Click on add. So when it is showing like this, click on add, add, close. That's it. And then go to the settings again. Can you see, nothing is there? Nothing is there. No settings defined. We are not yet define the settings. Okay, so go to settings, nothing is there. It means it's an empty policy. Now first one is create, done, creation is done. Next one is edit the policy. Right click, edit. Can you see this one? Right click on the IE restriction, edit, edit the policy. Okay, in this one two configurations are there: computer configuration and user configuration. What is a computer configuration? What are the policy you are, what are the setting you done under computer configuration? It is applied on a computer base. It means any user log into that computer, any user Any user who are log into that computer, the policy is applied on everyone. For example, I want to deploy an application to a computer. Then I deployed it. Any user log into that one, they can access it. Okay, these are all policy settings only. But in our practical, I am not touching the computer configuration. I'll use always user configuration because of computer configuration. When you do under computer configuration, you need a restart. In a user configuration, just you need a logout login. So logout login will take less time than a restart of the computer. So better I will use user configurations only. That too I will show only maximum one or two examples only. So I don't want to go with other things. This is user configuration policies. So this is a policy user configuration policy. Administrative templates. Lot of things are there. Software settings. This is to install the software. This is Windows settings, folder redirection, security settings. So many are there. Okay. To deploy printers also. This is for deploying printers. You have to tell you have a printer. That's it. You have to add your printer here. This is a administrative templates. I am going all settings. Instead of searching in a here one by one for my policy, it's difficult, right? So I'm going to all settings. Next, I'm going to filter because there are so many things are there. It's difficult to search in this one. I'm going to filter in all settings. Okay. So this is a filter button. Go to action. Filter is on now. So select the filter. Next, then filter option. Filter option. Then select here enable keyword and filter. Uh, General page. The setting is in general page. Change any to exact. Change any to exact. Type general page. Select this button. Type general page exact. Click OK. Okay. Now it is showing two things. I am going to disable a general page. General page. Disable general page. First one. So not configure means policy is not applied. Enable policy will apply. Disable policy won't apply. Okay, like this. For example, you are enable the policy, you enable the policy, you applied the policy, and you don't want the policy now. You applied the policy by accident. Now you don't want it. Then what you have to do? Disable the policy, apply the policy, then not configure, apply, okay. Then it is completely removed. Other, if you are in an enable policy, apply, then you don't want it. You change it to not configure, apply, okay. It won't change anything. It still policy will apply. Be careful in that one. So you are enable a accidentally you enable some policy and you realize you enabled it. Then what you do? First disable it, apply, not configure, apply, okay. That is it. Okay. Enable the policy and read what is this. Read the what is this. It disable changing home page setting, disable changing temporary internet file settings, disable changing history settings, changing color settings, click color settings, font settings, language settings, changing accessibility settings. What I want, this is what I want to disable it. So this is my exactly what policy I open. That is actually what I wanted, guys. I'm going to do two through two three steps back again. Okay, so okay, so I'm going to minimize this one. Not bad. So just listen and tell me one by one step. First, create a policy, edit the policy, link, update, and verify. I'm repeating again. Create, edit, link, update, and verify. Okay. What I want to disable changing your home page. Okay, and also this is leading to disable. This leading to disable general tab in internet option. Something is there, no, in internet and sharing something. So in internet options, disable general tab. In directly internet option, under that one you can say, okay, so change your options. Okay, so this is what I want to do it. Okay, now you tell the steps, so then one shot you and me both are clear with this one. Okay, so this is also I will close it. So now you guys, you tell me the step by step, I will do it. No, I will tell anyway. Open group policy management. Okay, first open a group policy management, and a group policy management forest, expand it, domain contoso.com, go to group policy object, expand the group policy object, right click on a group policy object, don't not here, here, new. So it means create a policy. I am giving a name, some name, IE restriction, something name I give it. So I create a policy, create. What is the next step?
Edit.
Edit, right click, edit. Now usually I will edit in under computer user configurations only. I want to apply on a user only. Administrative templates, all settings. Okay, and I'm going to action, filter on, and I'm going to filter option. Here enable keywords filter, I type general page. I change any to exact. Okay, I'm change any to exact because I know what is the name of the policy. That is what. So this is showing two settings. It is showing two settings: disable, hide. I select disable, read whatever it is. Then I enable to this one. Enable, apply. Okay. So the policy, the setting is enabled. The setting is enabled. Now close this one. Close. Now just in meantime just refresh. You will get it. Okay. So I refreshed it. I refreshed it. Now go to settings tab. Can you see under user configuration administrative templates? Okay, administrative templates. You can see a policy here. And if you go to show like that. Okay, disable general page is enabled. What policy you created, you can see under edit. So what is the next step? I created a policy, edit the policy, and then next one is
Link.
link the policy. Where we should link it? We can link on a OUs or we can link on a domain also. If I link on a domain, it applied to everyone. If I link on a OU, the OU content users only. I have a user, IT support user is there. So I'm linking to IT support only. So right click on IT support, link existing GPO. Link existing GPO. IE restrict. I'm selecting my policy here. What policy I want to link? I have to select that one. IE restrict. Okay. Okay. So now I linked it. Now expand this one. You can see IE restriction. Click OK. So can you see under links now it is showing IT support. Settings it is showing what is the policy. In scope under links it you can see where it is linked. That is done. Okay, linking is done. Now select on a forest, refresh. Just refresh. Now what is the I'm minimizing it. So what is the step? Update, update, gp update slash force. Okay. That is done in a server, but where actually update? In a client only. So log into the client, go to client, update the policy and verify. So I'm going to run, or you can go to CMD also, no problem. What happened? GP update. I'm putting cap letters for more visibility. GP update slash force, or GP update is enough normally. And here it should show compulsory successful kind of stuff. If it is showing not successful, then there will be a problem, so you have to troubleshoot it. Usually time not synced properly means server time is different, client time is different, password policy update will be failed. Now update successful, it closed automatically. So log out from the client and log in again. Okay, you can directly log in, otherwise go to other user and log in. Where I have to go? uh, Control panel, right? So in a control panel, category section, network and internet options, change your home page. Now it is showing, it is not open that, do you remember that window? Not open, and it is also saying access to this feature has been disabled by restrictions set by administrator. Okay, so your administrator disable this option for you. It's okay, okay, and go to internet options. Where is the general tab? General tab is also disabled. General tab is also disabled. So understand the group policy. I create a policy in the server, I apply a policy on a user, and now general tab is disappear. Okay, so which user I log in? IT user 1. I log in with the IT user 1. Okay, now I'm logging out from IT user 1. Other user. Now I want to log in with the Sneha. Okay, okay, user is login. Go to control panel, network and internet, change your home page. Oh, it is open, and general tab is also there, or maybe you can click here, general tab is there. So what happened here? I log in with the then I can able to open it. If I log in with the IT user 1, I can't able to uh, open the general tab. I can't able to see the general tab, right? IT user 1, general tab is disabled, and Sneha, general tab is enabled. How it is possible? Anybody?
Because we didn't link with you, Sneha.
Very good, very good. I link the policy to IT support only, and in IT support we have a IT user 1. but Sneha is in this place. She's in different OU. I didn't link the policy to this OU. Okay, understand? Very good. I link the policy to this OU. This OU users only will affected. If I link the policy to this OU, these users will get affected. Okay, that is thing. Okay, very good, guys. Good. Okay, so that you understand that is actually good. Okay, so wherever the policy we are applied, that user only will get affected. Okay, so that is about your group policy. And so yeah, it is, I took a lot of time to explain this one. Okay, so this is a, group policy, and group policy hierarchy are also there. So only that point I will tell, and I will close this group policy. What is a group policy hierarchical? Is LSDOU. It means local, site, domain, OU. And here, where we can link policy, where we can able to, we can link policy, where we can able to link the policy on OU, organizational unit, on domain, okay, on site. We can link the policy. We cannot link means directly on a user like that. Cannot link GPO, where we cannot link the policy. Where we cannot link the policy. We cannot link policy. See, on user, directly on user. Policy applied on a user, but not on a user. Directly we cannot link on user. We link the policy on a OU or a domain or a site. Okay. We cannot link on a group. We can't link on a computer or resources or services. Okay, we cannot link it. Policy applied on these people, but policy linked to these people. That's the differences. First thing. Second, what is LSDOU? L means link, S means site, not dike, it is a site, domain, and OU, organizational unit. This is a hierarchy. This is a hierarchy. What is hierarchy? It means if a policy applied, GPO 1 applied on a OU 1, OU 1 will get affected. Okay, understand? If a policy I applied on a domain, for example, domain name is domain1.com. Okay, but my domain name is domain1.com, for example. So policy is applied on everyone. Policy is applied on everyone. Understand? Policy is applied on everyone. Everyone, because under domain we have a OUs, under OUs we have a users, groups, and computers. Understand? Next, if I applied a policy on a site, on a particular site, there are site names also there. Site. What is a site? Is a collection of multiple domains in a one single geographical area. For example, Pune, I have a three domains. Hyderabad, I have a five domains. Okay, that's a site. Okay, Delhi, I have a 10 domains. Maybe New Jersey, I have a 20 domains. So I will create a site called a New Jersey. 20 domains, I will put it in that one. So geographical maintenance. So what is a geographical maintenance means? In the geographical area, in the particular geographical area, or maybe you consider as India as a one geographical area, then all Indian site, all Indian domains under one single site. Maybe North America, or maybe, for example, the Asia specific is there, na? The specific region, Asian region, or maybe Australian region, like So different region wise also we can do it. So better to talk in a state wise. Pune one region, Hyderabad another region, Chennai another region, Delhi another region. So in that area, what domains are there? What are the domains? My domains within the forest only. Multiple domains are there, right? Those domains under a site. So that is a site. If you link a policy on site, you have a so many domains under that one. Domain controllers are there. For example, these all domains will get affected with the policy. So this is the thing. Sorry, this is not link. This is local. This is a local. Local means local group policy. In your system, already having a some local group policy, the system local policy will more effective than a domain policies. That the meaning is. But actually, it is a site domain OU type. You apply a policy on a OU, a particular OU, it applied on OU only. If you apply a policy on a domain, it is applied on all the users group and computers in the domain. If you apply a policy on a site, the under site, what are the domain in in the particular site, they are affected with the policy. Okay, and also we have a another thing also there, right? See, you can see sub OUs also there. If I apply a policy on a development, the policy applied on everyone in the thing, like all these users will get affected. If I apply a policy on a, if I apply a policy on a Java, only Java users will get affected. Like, okay. Next, I want to create one more policy and then I will close it. So one policy is not enough. Okay, because I know only two policies. Server here. I'm going to create a factory GP folder. Any name you can put it, no problem. GP folder, and I'm going to create a picture here. So wall one. I'm going to edit this one. Okay, wallpaper. I want this one. So yes. So it's okay. So here I'm going to put something like green color. Green color is better. Red color. Okay, green color is better. Mm, welcome. Welcome to. Tell me some. Welcome to jungle. It's a movie name, right? Yeah. Welcome to jungle. And rest is blue color. So I'll check it. It is showing different colors. Okay, welcome to jungle, and this is okay. And also, no, don't try to draw like this. Okay, here. Okay, welcome to jungle. That's enough. Save, and I'm going to save as JPG. I like JPG only. Save ball one JPG. Where did I save that one? Here it is. I'm not able to see the extensions. Check this one, you will get all one JPG. Now I am going to share this folder. Okay, we forget one thing. We need this one, right? I'm sharing it. Share, advanced share this folder, permissions, everyone, apply, okay, apply, okay, and go to security. Security is required. Edit, add everyone, because when we test it, better with no security. Okay, means give all permission time only. Then you can increase the security thing. Okay, sharing. Copy this one. Control C. Then we have a notepad. Better to save in a notepad slash wall1 dot jpg. So this is a full name. Okay, I have to save this document. Okay, I saved it. Now go to group policy management. Again steps. Now this is for a desktop wallpaper purpose. First step is create. First you are not telling. Any name you put it, I put a desktop wallpaper. Okay, desktop wallpaper. First I created a policy. Right click on the policy, edit, user configuration, policies, administrative templates, all settings. So I will search policy directly. Okay. Next, filter on, filter option. Already something is there, just remove it, and I put a desktop wallpaper. Okay. Now I got a desktop wallpaper. I can remove the paper, or I can put a new paper like that. Okay. So wallpaper, double one, and enable the policy and give the which policy, which page I want it. So I given here. Oh, apply. Okay. Now done. Now go to settings. Show all. So can you see desktop wallpaper enable, and we given a link. Next, I want to apply on Java only. Link GPO. I'm applying to Java only. Otherwise, no, I don't want to apply. Okay. I'm applying to Contessa.com. I'm applying to Contessa.com under domain. Earlier policy applied to IT support OU. Now I want to apply on a domain. Desktop wallpaper. Okay. Now apply a desktop wallpaper here. So I applied in a domain, not a OU. Okay. So everyone will get that policy, including server also. Server is also part of domain, right? Now refresh. Far as refresh is better. Okay. Next, GP update force. It will update anyway, so I'm going to client meantime. Mm, the background policy is not at change, see. Okay, because we are not actually login. Okay, force. I update a policy on a client side only. Okay, successful. It will close automatically. No need to wait for that one. I'm signing out. Mm, I'm login. Here it is your desktop wallpaper. This is desktop wallpaper. I log in as a Sneha. Okay, I'm going to log in as IT user one. Okay, IT user one. Because I applied in a domain, it should apply to all users in the domain. Now it is not applied. Why it is not applied? I don't know. Not required. Once you are sign out and sign in is enough. Actually, group policy update is not required, but it update is not required once you are sign out, and when you are signing out. Okay, so it is sign out, right? So when you signing in again, it will the policies will when you are signing in. Obviously, you will pull the user automatically when sign is completed. Automatically, he will pull the all the settings. We pull the all the settings. See, we'll see. Yeah, now you got it. Okay, so this is IT user one. So both users are getting same wallpaper. Why? Because we apply group policy on under domain. I have only one question I have, so I will show you that one. I'm closing everything here in my server. Okay, I have one policy, right? So I have one type of screen, right? So already I told everybody will get policy because it is linked at this is a user administrator. Click on administrator this side. Okay, sign out. So this is sign out. Maybe the screen is very small. That's why my system is slow. Why my system got updated. So this is a server, guys. Administrator, sign out. We'll log in again. Alt control insert. Admin @123. We'll see. See, my server also getting same screen. Why? Because of I applied a group policy on domain. So if you applied a policy on a domain, irrespective of what OU you are there, the policy applied to everyone. So this is about your group policies, group policy hierarchy. Okay. So one second again. We'll see what is a group policy. Important points of group policy thing is, okay, it enforce the group policy enforce. We can say the group policy enforce. Also, we can use that one. Group policy enforce various type of settings to large number of users and computers. Group policy enforce various type of settings to large number of users and computers. Point number one. Next, group policy, different type of policies are there. Means settings are there, not policies. It's a settings, combination of settings. We call it as a policy actually. So group policy is a enforce various type of settings to the large number of users and computers. And how to create a policy. Okay, how to create a policy. Create a policy, edit the policy, link the policy to OU or a domain, update the policy in a both server and client, verify the policy at client whether it is applied or not. Okay, who are the responsible? Okay, we can link the policy to OU, domain and site, but we cannot link the policy directly on user, group and computer. User, group and computer affected by the policy, but not, we can't link it. Okay, so that is your group policy. And follow the hierarchical structure. So if you link the policy to the OU users, group and computers will affect with the policy. If you link the policy on a domain, everyone everyone in the domain will affect it with the policy. Okay, if you link the policy to the site, all domains in the site, all in the particular site will affect with the policy. So this is the things in a group policy. Okay, create, edit, link, update, verify. Don't forget that one.